want to give all praise and glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim Kakdash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone camps for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered around the world. Shalom.
Shalom.
I'm the brother Amawan. I'm the brother Kawak.
I'm the brother Marakab.
And with that, today we want to speak about the Son of God, and his name is Yahushai, and how he's going to save only a small amount of people that are on the earth. And first, I'm going to start off in Revelation 14 and 1. Then I saw the Lamb standing on Mount Zion, and the Lamb is speaking about the Son of God, Yahushai. And he's standing on Mount Zion, which is another name for, which is the Israelite community, or the Israelite government, because Yahushua, he's the governor of the Israelites. You know? And it says, then I saw the Lamb standing on Mount Zion, and with him were 144,000 who had his name and his father's name written on their foreheads. So the 144,000, these are just men, they're only men who are teachers, who are the real teachers. And they're not, none of them are women or children, So it said, then I saw the Lamb standing on Mount Zion, and with him were 144,000 who had his name and his father's name written on their foreheads. So it's not actually written on the forehead like this, but it's written in our brains, because the forehead is right in between, right where the brain's at. And written means that we're going to have the correct names, which is the Father, Yahweh, and the Son, Yahushai.
I got a precept, brother, if you know. Because this is the book of Ezekiel 9:4. It says, and the Most High said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. See, he said set a mark upon the foreheads, but that's a spiritual mark, a mark of exemption.
That's right. It's a mark to be saved.
Yeah, gone. Exempted from the destruction.
I got some information for you. So the Google AI says the forehead or brow is the upper region on the human face, bounded by the hairline. Superiorly the eyebrows, inferiorly the temple, laterally. And then it says the bony framework composed of the frontal bone, which features the superciliary arches, which is your brows, right? So, do you ever talk to a woman and she's giving you the brows?
Okay.
Or you ever talk to NYN and they're giving you the face? Or so what? We can't see inside our mind, but we can see our face, right? So it's written up on the brother's forehead wrap, but you can also see it on the other brothers because they don't play that game. We don't play that game. You can see it on our face, right? So it's like that's what it means. Like when it's in your mind. Like when it's in your mind, you're projecting it, right? And it ain't no Jesus. Jesus is not written in our minds. It used to be. It used to be written, but we erased it and we put it with the new name. I mean, with the real name. Yeah. So now that you said that, there's more. The functions and the characteristics expression. The forehead plays a major role in non-verbal communication. See? So when somebody's talking wicked stuff, we're giving them the face, and they know. Without us saying words, we're not about that. or when somebody's message doesn't align, where everybody's, you know, why it has that's why your base is for it, you know.
Yeah. So if anyone has Jesus written in their minds, they're not going to be saved.
Yeah, and you can tell when people have that in their face, right? Because they're all smiles. None of us are smiling right now. Because I'm smiling because nobody's smiling, and that makes me smile. So we smile at different things, right? But these Jesus freaks, they're always like happy for no fucking reason, and they don't understand why they're fucking happy. Well, that's you know, that's what's inside their frontal lobe or their brain, because that's what the name is written in their brain, right, in their mind. And I think the word is metapon. Let me go look for it. Yeah, metapon or metaverse.
The metaverse.
Yeah. Metaverse. Which is
too, when you put on, you know, virtual reality, when you put on those goggles, that's like a meta world, you know.
Yeah, those fucking VRs, man.
Yeah, the VR headset.
Was it virtual reality?
That's right.
Yeah, virtual reality though. Metaverse, yeah.
And Elon Musk, he has that Neuralink, right?
Yeah.
You don't need no goggles for that. You know?
Yeah.
That's the mark of the beast right there. You know?
Yeah. So part of the mark of the beast is everybody knows the technology, but then you have to accept it, right? You have to accept it.
They make it mandatory.
Make it mandatory. Because you could say no. We could all say no. But that's not how it goes, because we got people in the game that have that Jesus mentality. Oh, everything's going to be okay. He loves everybody. Forgiveness in the heart. Or whatever bullshit they got going on. It doesn't align with Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because Yahweh Shem Yahushai, he's like, you better watch out. You better be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is like a roaring lion.
Roaring lion, though, yeah.
You know? But these people are like, oh, it's going to be okay. And then they're going to take it, and then the book says that what's going to happen to them, they're going to...
Yeah, the next chapter, though.
Yeah. Then they're going to be marked for death, you know?
Oh, yeah. And,
so either way, you get marked.
Yeah. No, it's like this week though I had to go to that the Quest though, right? And yeah, you know, usually when you go into like a clinic or something though, you go in and usually there's like a receptionist. But when I walked into that Quest though, there was no receptionist. And so they got like a little scanner thing where you can scan your ID and you scan your medical card, and it tells you how to wait. So you literally just go in there and they have a little scanner and you scan your ID, you scan your medical card, and you wait 10 minutes and someone comes and gets you though. So you can't tell me like we're not closer to the MOTB though. And I seen that shit, you know, like, oh shit. You don't have to talk to no receptionist, she don't give you no paper to fill out. No, nothing. Literally scan your ID and your medical card and that's it.
It's crazy.
So we're closer though, we're closer.
That's right.
Yeah.
And right now it's like you can download anything on your phone. There's so many apps.
Yeah.
So if it's easier to access your apps, you might want to, don't be like, hey, if you take this chip, you can access all the information on your phone, and you don't need your phone. Like you said, you don't need your phone. And they'll be like, well, yeah, that's just convenient. And it's always convenient, right? It's convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Yeah, and I seen a Jake though on YouTube, right? These people are gonna take it voluntarily though, because this Jake though, I guess he was detailing a person's car, and the guy's like, how much owe you? And he's all, we'll just do it through he scanned his he already had the CHIP in his hand already, the Jake. So the dude with his phone, he scanned it though, and his Cash App, his Venmo popped up on the other the customer's phone, and he goes, "Pay me through Cash App or Venmo, or whatever you got." So all this guy did though was scan his hand. He already got that shit in his hand, Jake. And all this. all this information popped out, bro.
Yeah, and remember when you put the chip in there, it has things that connects to your nervous system, which connects to your brain. So how are you gonna use it? You're gonna have to have that in your brain. Like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
give me some money, and then you're all about that chip. Yeah, the chip is so great. I can pay all my bills. I don't have to worry about nothing. But if you watch the movie Upgrade, this little thing was a chip, right? And it's called STEM. It had a mind of its own. So maybe that chip is just a way to get you to give up your consciousness. If you don't, man, if you're gonna take the chip, if you're 2/3, you're just
Yeah, take it.
fucking, you're just for ammo.
Yeah.
Just a fucking target practice.
Yep.
Scare the 144 and those that are with us, because there's no other reason for you to exist. So you're gonna take that chip, and we're gonna see how it works with you, and it's gonna change you, and you're gonna lose yourself, and that's it.
And get cancer too, man. It talks about it giving people cancer.
And it's the false prophets are the ones who are promoting the name Jesus. You know, like the IUIC, Israel United in Christ. They don't have the real name written in their foreheads. You know.
I got a piece of brief. This is James 1:4. But let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. So we're going to see these things happen because of the wisdom that was imparted by us, onto us by first Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai, then, Abba Bivens, and then Moses, Masha, and then, Ariah, and then Tahar, and then everybody else, and then us. So we have to be patient, and it's going to take a while, but now it's not going to take a while. Now it's here.
Yeah.
Now it's practically here. And the thing about the chip is, when Venezuela got taken out, what was the chip? What did the chip have to do with it? Well, they probably had those chips in the soldiers, because we know from the LA brothers that a lot of Marines and soldiers go up there and say, "Man, we got a chip. We got some sort of chip." They wanted to get a chip. So these advanced soldiers, they have a chip. You ain't about to send your most advanced weapon without any fucking way to get it back, right?
Good. I'm gonna go back to Revelation 14:2, and we got to get that name out of our heads. So it says Revelation 14:2.
I got it. All right, Revelation 14:2. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harps harping with their harps.
Yeah, Khan. So these harpers, they got instruments, to play a song, and their instruments are so loud that, like it said, it's like a roaring. What did it say?
I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters, and as a great thunder.
Yeah, so they're playing so loud that it's going out throughout the whole earth. These harpers are playing their instruments, and they're playing a song.
Yeah. But remember, that song is Yahweh Shem Shai.
Yep.
That's gonna save you. So whenever we say that, and the people that reject that name, they're like, they feel something. They feel something about it. So when they feel something about it, that's that ick. They get that ick. So the Lord has an ick for them, because they have an ick for His name, and that's that's unfortunate, because there's only 144, right? But the next verse says that nobody else can sing it. Nobody else can sing it.
Yep. That's right.
And then these harpers, it says that they're playing together. So
The one accord.
playing on one accord. You know, like one brother's playing the drums, another brother's playing the guitar.
Yeah.
It's like us right now. We're playing this song right now.
Right now, you're the lead singer, and I'm over here on the keyboard, and Markov's over there on
the drums.
Whatever instrument he's playing the drums.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be like that, but it has to be an explanation so that people can understand.
Yeah.
So I'm literally on the horn, on the unicorn, searching up all kinds of information fast. Like if we were to have someone come up when we do camp and they're trying to do something, I could just look something up, whatever they're saying, and get some verification. So while you're talking, I'm looking up, and you're getting ready.
That means that we're playing loud. We're not. It's not no little waves. These are big waves because we're breaking down these scriptures.
We work together. So I was watching the Minnesota Timberwolves and Atlanta Hawks play. That was a good game, but it didn't get good until the fourth quarter, till the very, very end. They were shooting threes. Man, this dude made 5 threes in a row.
Oh man,
and
that's fuck.
And it was exciting, but it was exciting towards the end.
Yep.
The end.
And I seen the I don't know if you catch it too. It was the Celtics versus the Brooklyn.
Oh man.
Hey, they went to OT twice. That was a good ass game. You know what I mean? It was the Boston versus the Brooklyn Nets. Man, they went overtime twice, bro.
When those games happen like that, that's exciting.
Yeah, it was a good game. Like one of the best games I've seen. Yeah.
I don't usually do that. I was like jumping out of my chair and fucking screaming. I was like,
yeah.
That dude was he was hyper focused. He was shooting those threes because he knew he had to do it to catch up or get to the first overtime. And that's basically what we're doing. We're in overtime, and we're shooting those threes called the Yahweh Shem Yahushai, breaking down the scriptures, giving the prophecies to them, and nobody can swat that. Nobody can block that. There's no defense for it because we're like the superstars, right? So when that dude was shooting the threes, he was in the zone. So you can't say that Apostle Tahar is not in the zone, or Apostle Bar is not in the zone, or any of the GMS brothers are not in the zone. And you can tell, like Captain Cesaria, he's a cool dude. I'm not talking shit about him, but you can tell he gets out of the zone sometimes. He gets zoned out. Like if you tell him about the chip, he'll be like, he might. I think he knows, but he just doesn't believe it, or he believes it, but he just doesn't want to say it because whatever is going on, the situation.
Yeah. And a lot of them do though, man. A lot of them they know the name, but they're not gonna use it.
They just ignore,
Yeah. And here is a 2-hour video of Bishop Nathaniel breaking down the name back in the 90s though, like a 2-hour or 3-hour video, and you're telling me he doesn't know the name? And there's proof though, and there's always receipts though, Brothers put out that video of him breaking down the name, So it's not like he doesn't know, ignorant. He just, he does know.
Right. Then I got a precept for you. Revelation 14:5 in the NLT. They have told no lies. They are without blame.
Yeah. That's 144,000.
How are you gonna make a 2-hour video about the name and then now you're gonna call him Jesus?
Yep. Which I got a precept real quick. If this is the book of Matthew 24:24. It says, "For they shall rise false Mashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect." But the elect is not gonna, fall for that shit.
Yeah, that's right. That it's not gonna get in their minds.
Yeah. They ain't gonna receive that name.
Like Morpheus. Remember Morpheus when they tried to break his mind?
Oh yeah.
He was holding on.
He didn't break his mind.
Yep.
That's basically what we're going through because this, earthquakes, volcanoes, people getting murdered,
Hey, brother,
fog.
the fog, man. People have died, got judged because of the fog this year.
Yeah.
You know, and it's still foggy though.
So winter storm.
Yeah.
Right now there's a winter storm.
Yeah.
That's
Go
right.
on.
And then Texas is gonna get hit with the worst fucking storm. So there's gonna be more dead. Winter is we're not even in the middle of winter. Winter's barely starting.
Yeah.
Start. You want to get
Until March. We got a winter until March, and that's about when
The spring.
the Passover hit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and that's
Reaper,
Salaga.
so,
No,
what are you
no.
gonna say?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say the brother's right though, because like I said, they said this week the fog is gonna go away, but I'm looking out right now at my window and it's still foggy though. Foggy as hell.
Damn. I know the sky's all white.
Yeah. And that's why we brethren we're doing the indoor ministry because it's foggy outside, man, you know? Because if we know like if it was, clear days, we'll be out there, preaching the word, of course, but that's why we've been doing the indoor because it's been foggy as fuck, man.
Look at the apostles. You know, they just did indoor too,
Oh yeah, con. Yeah.
and they did 4 hours.
Yeah.
You know,
And the fog is bad because you can't see anything, and you're driving and you have to get somewhere. And people do fucking crazy things when they're late, when they're in a hurry.
Yeah. And they, like I said, there's been deaths though because of the fog in the Central Valley over here. In the Central Valley, man, there's been deaths though, because of the fog.
And because during the winter is when the witches, or not witches, but people that do sacrifices, they do the sacrifices in the winter,
Yeah, the winter solstice.
the winter solstice.
Mm-hmm.
So there have to be so many killings, and an offer being made to whatever. But the thing is, it happens during the winter. And like every movie that you see about monsters, there's always fog, right? Murderers or werewolves or vampires. There's always a fog involved. Fog.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's why that's
Jimmy Hoshai ain't playing around, man.
that's
Poetic.
that scripture that says, "Let your fall not be in the winter."
Oh, that's right. It's in that same on the 24th chapter. Yeah. Matthews.
So that's the worst time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want me to read something in Revelation 14 again?
Revelation 14 and 3.
Revelation 14 and 3. And they sung as it were a new song before the throne, and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but 144,000, which were redeemed from the earth.
Okay. See, so that song is this truth, the truth, 100% truth, of the scriptures. And no one could learn it, that's why only them are going to be saved, because no one else could. If no one else could learn it, you can't be saved.
That's right.
Yeah, that's like going back to basketball. Not everybody can shoot threes. Everybody was trying to shoot a three, but only certain guys could do it.
That's why it's only men.
Yeah.
Only men. Can't no children do this. Can't no women do this.
And in the NLT it says that this great choir sang a wonderful new song. So, man, all our lives changed when we learned the name Yahweh Shemi Oshai. My life fucking changed, and this brother Amawan, he was with me when it changed. And we basically went through a change together. And not only that, the most important thing was those chariots came to me. Like, they really came to me. They're proving the names Yahweh Shemi Oshai, give you control. The angels or the demons. And then this brother, I don't know if you feel a brother, but Aiden, remember, he was like, "Oh, those are demons." So what? Ain't demons angels too?
Yeah.
They're all dying to help. They're all wanting to help. You know, but let's say that didn't happen. Would I still be as fucking hot for this thing as I am? Sure, because other things happened besides that. But that was the most important thing, because I kept seeing chariots. I seen chariots in formations. I seen the paper crane chariots. I seen the star chariots. You know, I seen the orb chariots.
That was one of your first videos, right? That you put out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I seen the big giant square one. Come on.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they're doing stuff, like the angels are doing stuff to keep reminding me, don't forget, we fucking rescued you. You owe us. That's why it says we were purchased. Right? We're redeemed. We were redeemed.
Redeemed, yeah.
So I owe Yahweh Shemi Shai. I owe him my life. So, you know, and you see the smile on my face. It's not a regular smile. It's like I'm happy that these bad things are happening kind of smile. It's like, if you really understood, I'm not having a good time. I haven't been having a good time. You know, it's tough. It's tough. But things happen that makes me smile. Things happen that make me feel good. But also things happen that make me feel bad. Right? It's like something great. Because back in James, back in James 1, it says, James 1 and 2, my brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations. You know? Those are the things that are beautiful in life. Like, you're like, fuck. It hurts so bad, but you sit there and you think about it, and it's like, this is actually wonderful.
Yeah.
You know? So all these things that are happening, don't forget about the chariots. Don't forget about the chariots. Because that's how we're going to get saved.
Yeah. Like it said in Revelation 3, it said they sung a wonderful new song. So when we heard that song, you know, it never got old to us. That's why we're still in this truth. You know, that song don't get old to us. Just like people, they still listen to oldies, right?
Yeah.
And they don't get tired of oldies. You know, just like us, this song don't get old to us.
Yeah. But if Chuck Berry were to come on right now and talk about doing the twist, we would all know the words to that song. That song is old as hell. How do we know the words to that song? Because it's a good song.
Because you keep hearing it over and over again. That's why.
It has a nice beat. It makes you feel good, right? So, his name Yahweh Shemi Shai. It's like and they're making that movie Masters of the Universe with the He-Man remake.
He-Man, yeah.
It's like a sword. It's like that sword. When she gets that sword, it's like I got the power, and he's all hyped up. Like that's the sword, right?
That's the spirit, because I barely saw the first one with what's his name? John. Yeah. I never really watched that before.
But see how and it's always white people. White people want the power that we're gonna get. You ain't gonna get that fucking power. We're gonna get it.
Yeah, because that movie, he's the what they call Master of the Universe, right? That's gonna be the 144,000. You know, they're gonna be Masters of the Universe.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then
he tried to capture the what's her name? She was sorceress or something. I don't know.
She was different.
She was something like that.
Yeah, princess.
Something like that.
But if we focus on the sword, like that sword, right? That sword that makes He-Man strong and gives him the power.
And Esau wanted that sword too, you know.
So there's two swords.
There's
two swords.
He had it though. He had that sword too, you know.
And Skeletor, Esau always wants the sword, right? He's always trying to get that sword. He's trying to go fucking burn his homies to get that sword.
Yeah.
And then he was gonna take over the whole universe, you know, if he had that sword.
If he had the sword.
but
on a rampage.
you know.
Yeah, God.
Let me read the Revelation 14 and 3 again.
God.
This time it's going to be in the NLT. This great choir sang a wonderful new song in front of the throne of God and before the 4 living beings and the 24 elders. No one could learn this song except the 144,000, which had been redeemed from the earth.
See, and this is like a scene in heaven because they're standing in front. It says in front of the 4 beasts and the 24 elders. So this is the congregation right here. It's, the congregation in heaven because they were saved.
Yeah.
Read the next verse.
Right. This is Revelation 14 and 4.
Because they got saved from the beast too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. They are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto Yahweh and unto Yahushai.
It says that they were virgins. The 144 are virgins, and not literally. Not like real virgins. But they're spiritually virgins, and what makes them virgins is that they worship Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Mm-hmm.
And they follow the law, statutes, and commandments, and they follow the high holy days. They don't worship these holidays.
Oh, and then Passover is coming up. Everybody's going to celebrate. And, this is going to be the best Passover ever. Because Trump, he's on a roll.
Yeah.
What you going to do by the time Passover comes over? He's gonna amaze us because he doesn't have that much time.
Yeah.
He's doing fucking things, right? So you were talking about when they asked him about the sonar weapons, he's like, yeah, we got more than that. We got things that nobody knows about. And he's itching to try them out, right? He's going to show the world a fucking couple of things, and then everybody's going to be like, okay, why'd you show us that? And then he's going to be like, well, because you're going to take this chip, or we're going to use these fucking weapons on you. You know?
That's crazy.
Because if you remember when we were going to school and we had to deal with that bully that always wanted to take something from our lunch tray? Like every fucking day he would try to take something from my lunch tray. And then one day I'll be like, yeah, fuck no. And I was scared and wherever, but everybody in the world is going to be scared of Esau, but there's going to be a moment where you're going to say, no, you can't have my fucking sandwich. You know?
Yeah.
And then what happens after you stand up to him? Then everybody else is gonna bow down.
Everybody else is gonna stand up with that guy. And then as soon as I did it, everybody else was like, "Yeah, leave him alone." Like that's prophetic, man. Because who's next? Greenland. Greenland's next, right? But who's after that? Iran. And who's after Iran? Nobody. Russia and China.
Mm-hmm.
But there's not gonna be no fucking none of that. And China's got shit too.
Yeah, you can't forget about
China's
China.
got weapons too.
Yep. They're just waiting.
Yeah.
It's like they're just waiting because they need an excuse. Like, just give me an excuse.
Damn, they're just waiting for that to be shot.
Yeah, they said they got something for that ass.
Damn. I want to go to Psalms 33 and 2, and we'll speak more about the song.
This is Psalm 33 and 2. Praise Yahweh Shem Yahushai with harp. Sing unto him with the psalteries and instrument of 10 strings.
Yep, so it says, praise Yahweh Shem Yahushai with harp and with the instrument of 10 strings. You know, so when you play this song, it has like 10 strings, so you have to play the right notes. You know, you play the wrong string, what happens? You know, then you're not any good. You know, people are gonna boo at you. You know, people are gonna boo. It's not gonna sound good because we're supposed to persuade our people into the truth. You know, we have to like sing to them. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Uh,
But let me get the definition and for the phrase, right?
you know, praise.
And the word is yada. To throw, shoot, cast, to shoot arrows, to cast down, throw down, to give thanks, loud praise, to confess the name of God.
Oh, confess the name. So we are confessing that, you know, we're confessing that Jesus was not the name. You know,
Yeah.
Jesus is not the name. You know, like how they say, you're not the Father.
Yeah, Maury, whatever that show.
Yeah.
Maury needs to say, you are not the Messiah.
You know, that cause we found out through the lie detector. You know, found out.
Yeah.
You know?
That's hilarious.
Took the lie detector test, and then
Yeah, that's true because what happens when you start saying that name? I mean, I'm gonna ask you guys a scary question. Do you hear bumps or noises, unexpected noises in your home?
I don't.
No.
Okay, well I do, but that's not because of anything far out that I'm doing. That's because they're helping me out. Like if I can't figure it out, they gotta help me out. You know what I'm talking about? It's a pretty scary thing, right?
Yeah.
But
Well,
I was in my garage, and I was worried about something. I was real worried about something, and like I felt like I don't know, like if you put your hand next to your face, there's a little feeling in between that, right?
Oh yeah,
It's kind of warm.
Yeah.
But I felt that on my right side, and I got kind of scared, and that changed my attitude, right? So, you guys don't notice it. You guys don't notice it, but they're there with you, and they're taking care of you. They don't let you slip. They don't let you trip. You just gotta notice. And when you notice it, that's the next level. Now you're on the next level. That next level is a whole new fucking thing. And Apostle Hart talked about it, and it's like you might have to go do an exorcism. You might have.
Even if I was gonna say, even if they are demons, you can't be scared of demons because we're the ones we have authority over.
You're in charge. You're in charge.
Yeah, I would just I don't know if you remember, I was talking to the brother Moan about it was a couple weeks ago, was it? When I was in the kitchen, it was late, and I thought I heard my woman get up, and I heard her voice though. And I was telling this brother though.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, like I think it was a couple weeks ago, was it, or a month? But this happened to me though, where I went, and I thought I heard her get up, use the restroom, and I heard her voice though. But then when I went to the room, she was knocked the fuck out, snoring though. So I'm like, that's fucking demon, man, So yeah, I understand what the brother's talking about.
Sometimes they play with you.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when that happens, you're like, man, shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Do something good for a change.
Exactly though.
Like go find out some information for me because you can tell them to do stuff.
Yep. Yeah, you're in control though. Your brother said.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're in control.
So you'll be like, you know what? Since you're here, why don't you just let me know if someone's gonna break in? And if you don't, I'm gonna hold you against it. And then the good angels, they'll see, because we don't know what's around us. We can't see that. But we know because of the book tells us that there's a hedge of angels around us. And then the angels, Job 3 always says that he called all his sons. And then that Satan also was with them. So we don't know who's among that hedge that's protecting us, protecting you and your kids and your family. Because there's probably a million, 100, or maybe 200, you know, but they're protecting you. So you can't be scared. I'm the one said it right. You can't be scared because why are you gonna be scared? You're
Exactly.
master of the universe.
They're just testing you like that one verse that said, I know this guy, but you, I don't know. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot what scripture that is.
Yeah, the Acts. Yeah,
He says, the demon said, I know Paul, but you, I don't know, or something like that.
yeah.
Because he had the name, he had the correct name written in his forehead.
Exactly.
Yeah, and a few years ago, I got fired from a job, but I knew the day I was going to get fired. Nobody told me, but I was like, I told my supervisor, look, I feel like I don't have a job here anymore. And then like an hour later, that bitch from HR came, got me, took me into the fucking office, and then the next thing you know, she gave me my last check, and I was it.
So, want to read Psalms 33 and 3.
All right. This is Psalms 33 and 3. Sing unto him a new song, play skillfully with a loud noise.
So, like I said, this new song, it doesn't get old, you know, and we have to play it loud, meaning we have to have our instruments, you know, and they have to be on point. They have to be on key. You know, you can't have no strings that are blown out, you know.
Yeah, because you're gonna hear that.
Yeah,
You know.
Because we got a concert, we got a show to put on.
that's right. Hey, if you got a blown out string, a blown out string, that means you're teaching a false doctrine. You know, you're teaching in the name of Christ. You know,
Or let's say you're missing a string, you're gonna play a song, and everybody's gonna know that you missed a note.
They're gonna hear it.
Yeah. They're not gonna pay. They're not gonna pay to hear you. You know, to go to your concert. You know.
I got a picture for you.
Come on.
Exodus 15 and 1. Then sang Moses and the children of Israel this song unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and spake, saying, I will sing unto the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. So those miracles that we have to be loud. We have to be like, yeah, that happened. And it's not necessarily loud. It's like speak up when it's time to speak up. You know?
Yeah.
Like somebody will be saying, yeah, Moses never did this, and you'll be like, okay, that's your opinion, but Moses did, right?
We have to teach them the correct way. You know, if somebody's saying something that goes against against the correct doctrine.
Yeah.
And if you're a Hebrew Israelite and you don't know who Moses is, you are not a Hebrew Israelite. Everybody knows who Moses is.
Yeah. I got a precept. I gotta get it real quick.
God.
This is Isaiah 58 and 1. It says, cry out loud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet. So you know this word is always it's an instrument, you know. So it's always comparing it to, you know, like an instrument, because it says cry out loud and spare not. You know, don't hold back. You know, tell everything. You know, it says lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and it says and show my people their transgression and the house of Jacob their sins. See, our brother said though, if you're Israelite and you don't know about Moses, then this is not for you then.
And there's a song that says "Take It to the Limit."
Oh yeah.
Push it to the limit.
Push it to
the limit.
Scarface soundtrack.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Scarface, right?
Scarface, yeah.
But what was he doing? He was working.
Yeah, he was pushing definitely.
He was doing it the most, right? And that's one of the things we got out here in the street. Like, if you're gonna fucking do it the most.
Yeah.
Like, one of the homies told me before I came into the truth, is like, go and put your heart into it. Like, if they're telling you that in the fucking streets, put your heart into it. Like, put all your heart into it. you know, everybody's missing out the fucking information. Like, there's something that's wrong with you. You don't, if you're not saying Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and you got to be loud with it, right? So being loud with it is like expressing yourself.
That's right. Like it tells you in Isaiah 58, you know, cry out loud and spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Yeah. So it ain't no. You can't be like maybe. You know, you have to be let your yay be yay and your nay be nay.
Yeah.
You have to be sure about it.
Yeah.
Read that next verse in Psalms 33.
33 and 4.
Yeah.
This is Psalms 33 and 4. For the word of Yahweh is right, and all his works are done in truth.
See, all his works are done in truth. So when we do this work, it has to be in truth. You know, can't be no lies. Can't be a bug out. You know.
Because everything will come out. Like we know that who was the good dude that died? Somebody we forgot about. I forgot about.
Couple people died.
Yeah. It was like he used to say something about the potato chip was a chip, comfy or at the comforter.
Yeah, the comforter.
So and then we found out that General Yohana likes to suck on weenies.
And then
Alizar, the pegger.
Yeah, the Pied Piper.
Yeah.
He's playing the wrong kind of flute. He was playing the skin flute. You know, you can't be doing that. Like that's why it's hard to be in the truth, because those demons will get you. They fucking get you. You're not only fighting against other people, you're fighting against demons, and angels will trip you up. Good angels will trip you up. Hey, you know.
Yeah, because he let Satan, get to him. You know. Now you want to go to Job 30 and 31.
Job 30 and 31. Man, that's the good one. My harp also is turned to mourning, and my organ into the voice of them that weep. Oh, that's how I feel right now. You know, that's how I feel.
See, so a song is also like a sad song too. You know?
That's what it says in the NLT. My heart plays sad music, and my flute accompanies those who weep.
See, so we're also singing, a sad song. Because right now we're in captivity, going through Jacob's trouble, and it's a sad song, but the 144, to us, it's not going to affect us,
In that whole chapter, Job's talking about suffering, like the whole chapter.
Yeah. I got a precept real quick if I could get it. Because it's Malachi 3 and 16. It says, "Then they that feared the Most High spake often one to another, and the Most High hearkened and heard it. And the book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Most High and that thought upon his name." So what is his name? Yeah. So, so we know it's no Jesus though, or just God though, because they'll say that.
And,
it's like it.
No, you're right. It's amazing because we're talking and we're not even together right now.
Yeah, because it says, "Them that fear the Most High spake often one to another." Yeah.
From far away.
Yep.
See, so it's like it's like a band. We're all playing with the same accord, but these other we're telling our people, we're playing to our people, but they don't want to hear it.
They don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
They don't like this song. They don't like this song.
It's like it's too old for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too old.
They only like old music when it's convenient. Like you know how during the holidays, especially in December, there's always that fucking ancient music about Christmas or whatever. Everybody knows
sort of.
chestnuts open on a roasting fire or roasting on an open fire. Everybody knows Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Everybody knows Jingle
The
Bells.
Jingle Bells.
Everybody,
Yeah.
everybody knows those songs, but they don't want to know the new song or the old song or the real song.
So go to Revelation 15 and 1, because if they don't learn this song, they're not going to be saved, right?
That's pretty much it. So I got it, Revelation 15 and 1, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is built up the wrath of Yahweh.
Yeah.
And that's like the time we're in right now, because we're in the 7 last plagues, which is the last
Prophecies, though.
the last prophecies.
Yeah. Yeah, because we see them. Like, we see them, though. You can't tell me there's not going to be no World War III. You can't tell me the MOTB is not here. You can't tell us that Jacob's Trouble we're not in the door already in Jacob's Trouble when the ice, though. You can't tell us that all that ain't coming, though. It's already here. You know?
It's the last plagues, and that's it. It's the end of the world. That's how you know. And keep going.
And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of the glass, having the harps of Yahweh.
And the sea of the glass is the ozone layer,
Mm-hmm.
right above the earth, because he had a vision. He had a vision that he was above the earth, looking down, and it looked like a sea of glass, but also it was mingled with fire. So he was like looking through the glass, through the chariot. He was looking through the chariot.
And so just to explain it, if you blow a bubble, like with bubbles, and it lands on something and the light hits it, it'll look like a sea of glass mingled with fire. Like, just try it.
Oh, yeah, when the sun hits it. Yeah.
Yeah, when the sun hits it.
Yeah, got it, yeah.
So, that's perfect.
Yeah.
You see like a glare,
Yeah.
So, and then read it again, Salaka.
And I saw as it were a sea of glass mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the heart of Yahweh.
So these are the only men that are going to be saved, because they didn't receive the mark of the beast. Just don't take the mark of the beast, and do the work. Praise Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai. But that's only if you have the Holy Spirit on you,
Yeah. Because the Spirit's gonna have to be dealing with you, though, because in those times, though, you're gonna be running like faith, though, like in the book of Eli. You're just gonna be with faith, though.
That's right. If you can't get that name Jesus out of your head, then you can't be changed.
I got the next one. Revelation 15 and 3, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of Yahweh, and the song of the Lamb, saying, Great and marvelous are thy works, Lord power, almighty, just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints.
And it said the song of Moses. You know, that's an old song. You know, people don't want to hear about Moses. You know, we tell them about Moses. They don't want to hear about it. You know. But it says, great and marvelous are thy works, true, and thy way just and true are thy ways, thou King of saints.
Yeah. It said King of
That's
Saints.
King of saints.
So it's only for Israel. You know?
Yeah. That's the King of saints. You can't get no more saint than that, you know.
Yeah.
You're judging, you know, just like Yahushua is, like he said, he's gonna give us he's gonna give us the hair. We're gonna be hairs to him, or something like that. We're gonna be under him. That means we're gonna be able to judge. You know, we'll be able to judge angels too. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what. It says thou King of saints. So Yahushua is the King of saints, right? And then he's also the King of angels. He's also the King of kings.
Yeah.
He's the master of masters.
Yeah, that's right.
I got a precept. This is Revelation 21:2. It says, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. So that New Jerusalem is the elect, you know, because we know about the Jerusalem that's in the land of Israel right now, but we know those people, they ain't the people. And don't get us wrong, some of our people are mixed and mingled with them, but those people there right now, they ain't the people, you know, because it says prepared as a bride adored for her husband, you know.
People think they're gonna see a city coming down.
Yeah.
So what Trump's trying to do right now is he's trying to rebuild Gaza into a technological advanced city. That's what he thinks is going on.
The Great Israel,
So
yeah.
So he's gonna recreate it and sell it to where millionaires or billionaires. Because in the snake size, the king, he's the king of kings, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Pose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's taking our land and then building that sophisticated city, that technologically advanced city, and that city is going to require a chip and all the citizens. How are you going to control it? You're going to have a social score like they do in China. You're only going to be allowed to get a certain amount of food, a certain amount of water.
What's it? What they call it? Universal basic income or something?
I don't know if you brothers have seen that movie, The Running Man. That is a good movie.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, the new one with the new kid.
What's the new one?
Yeah, I forget what.
I think I seen it. I think it's on Prime. No, it's on Prime.
Yeah, Prime.
Yeah, I think it's Prime.
So,
no.
That one's good. And in the beginning, like he's going to talk to a boss, but while they're going to do the thing, there's a guy with the garment, and the garment's like kind of gold and glittering. He has a Bible in his hand, and he has a microphone. So everybody knows.
Oh shit! Okay.
It starts off like that, and it shows that guy preaching. So the saints are here, the name is here, and the trouble is here. We're just waiting for Yahushua.
Yeah. That's right.
Read Revelation 15:4.
Revelation 15:4. Who shall not fear thee, O Lord, and glorify thy name?
We know who that is.
Right?
We know who that is.
Yeah.
It says, who shall not fear thee and glorify thy name? That's IUIC, because they don't glorify his name.
Yeah.
So
That's a lot of people.
They don't fear him.
Who shall not fear thee, O Lord, and glorify thy name? For thou only art holy, for all nations shall come and worship before thee, for thy judgments are made manifest. That's called prophecy.
Yep, that's prophecy right there. That's the end, right? That's the end game. When all the nations are gonna worship before us.
You know what? That makes it so much better. Like, because when you stub your toe, it hurts, right? And you think about it, and you're like mad. But when he comes back, we're gonna be like, he's gonna know because. Well, let me get it. Get it in Hebrews 4. So Hebrews 4:15, for we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, but with an all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. So we might have fallen short, but he's gonna be like, man, I know exactly what you were going through. I was with you the whole time. That's what makes his name so great. You call him on his name, he's listening.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And the next one says, in the NLT, so let us come boldly to the throne of our gracious power. There we will receive his mercy, and we will find grace to help us when we need it most. You know, sometimes that's intervention with angels or the demons. You might get fired. You might get in a car wreck. However he sees, man. However he sees, and whatever has to happen, you know, he's with you. He's not letting you down. I mean, all your prayers are being heard. All your cries are being heard. When you're fucking frustrated and you can't deal with it, he's there with you, man. There with you. But so you have to come boldly to the throne. And I know I have some times where I'm like, man, why are you doing this? You know. But then I'm like, I understand why. So it's not like, please, sir, please. No, you and Yahweh Shai are homies, friends. You got a special relationship. You don't have to see nobody else before you see him. You can go straight to him because you got the name. You got his number.
Yeah, that's right. Because that's a scripture too. I will never call you what he said, a servant. I'll call you a friend. Yahweh Shai said that I think in the book of John. Yeah.
And being a friend, like you can see your friend. I can see you guys. He sees us. He sees us, and we need to learn that we can see him in the miracles, in the trouble, in everything. He is there. He is there on a grand scale, and it's like no matter what you do, no matter where you go, he's watching. Like he's watching you. Angels are watching you. They're reporting on you. They're like, man, this guy's a good servant. Okay. When they said take the shot, he quit his job. Man, he's a good servant.
Like he don't want to bow down to this world.
Yeah. Yeah. You
want to go?
Go ahead.
You want to go to Isaiah 65 and 8? Because he's only saving a little amount of men, and then the rest has to be. Where's the rest going?
That's right. Yeah.
Right. Isaiah 65 and 8.
Yeah.
Thus saith the Lord, as the new wine is found in a cluster, and one saith, destroy it not, for a blessing is in it, so will I do for my servant's sake, that I may not destroy them all.
See, so
yeah.
he said, as a new wine found in the cluster. So imagine if you had a pack of grapes or whatever, and some of them are rotten, yeah, but some of them are good too, though.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But you're not going to throw away the whole
bag.
The whole bag.
You you can make wine.
Yeah.
So the Israelites, some of them are rotten, some of them are good,
Yeah.
but we just have to throw out the rotten ones. That's what Yahweh Shem is going to do. Because he said,
The rotten ones are going to take the chip. The rotten ones are going to be killed. The rotten ones are going to be an example.
That's right. When there's rotten, you got to throw it away. Or else you get sick.
Let me get the next one. Isaiah 55 and 9. And I will bring forth a seed out of Jacob and out of Judah, an inheritor of my mountains, and mine elect shall inherit it, and my servants shall dwell there.
Another name for 144 is the elect. Want to get that definition for elect? Because the elect, it said the elect are going to inherit it. Only the elect are going to be able to inherit the kingdom. The others are going to just be there.
Yeah.
You're just going to be there.
So let me get this before I get it. Isaiah 42 and 1. Behold my servant, whom I uphold, mine elect, in whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. Now let me look at that word elect. See how my dryer went off?
Oh God!
Perfect timing.
Because we're bringing forth the judgment to the Gentiles right now. Telling these Israelite foreigners, you don't know what you worship.
Yeah, like Paul did, told the other Israelites, so
That woman at the well.
Oh, yeah, how I told her, yeah.
You don't know what you worship.
Yeah.
The word for elect is about and it means chosen, choice one, chosen one, elect of God.
See, so just like when you go for tryouts, this thing is a tryout. You get cut. If you don't make the team, you get cut, and then you got to go home.
Walk of shame.
I've been there at basketball tryouts.
You don't get
So one day you think you're doing good, and then the next day you're like, what are you doing here? I'm like, we're here for tryout. No, you got cut.
See, so that means you can't play the whole year.
Yeah.
See, so they're not going to be in the kingdom. I mean, they're going to be in the kingdom shameful.
Yeah. I got a precept I could get. So this is 1 Peter 2 and 4. It says, to whom coming as unto a living stone, this allowed indeed of men, but chosen of Yahweh and precious. See, and it's 5, it says, ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house and a holy priesthood to offer up. It says that spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God by Yahweh Shai Mashiach. And that's the electo.
See, spiritual sacrifices, that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Is we're sacrificing ourselves right now.
They got our body, or living sacrifice. When we go out there and preach, though.
And by doing this, we're helping build the house.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
I got Isaiah 42 and 6.
When you go to a party and you bring your you got your stuff, like you brought your stuff.
You buy your own beer. Bring your own beer.
Yeah.
Back in the world,
So Isaiah 42 and 6. I, the Lord, have called thee in righteousness, and will hold thine hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles.
Yeah.
So, when you're called out, let's say you're playing the lottery. You're sitting in the crowd and you're called out, and they're saying, the next contestant is, boom, they call you out. Are you going to get up and go? Yeah, heck yeah, you're going to go. You might win something.
Yeah, and imagine hearing that your number was called. And like, that's me.
I know.
Yeah.
I know that's exciting when you're waiting for something.
Yeah.
Like you're at B&B, you're like, oh, boy. Oh, I'm next. Okay. And then your attitude changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to get Matthew 24 and 31? Because, yeah, 24 and 31.
Matthew 24 and 31. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other.
And that's all he's gathering is his elect. He don't care about anyone else. You just got to gather the good grapes, and then the rest is going to be nuked.
The 2/3.
Yeah. The rest is going to be squashed.
Yeah, because right now is people are growing their tomatoes in their plants for the garden for when it's time for planting the gardens.
Oh yeah.
And
Right now.
sometimes you got to pick the right seeds. Sometimes you got to kill the plants that you grew because you don't have enough room. Whatever, you're only going to pick the best ones. You're going to pick the best ones. You're going to plant a whole bunch, right? I planted let's say like 100 seeds, but I'm only going to put like 20 out. That's a fucking lot of seeds that I wasted. And that's a lot of plants that I'm going to throw away.
Yeah.
But still, I can't afford to give those bad plants the attention that the good plants deserve, right? The elect deserves better attention than the 2/3. And it's natural.
Too, that scripture that says, who's this that cometh from Basra? He's going to be covered in blood. He's going to be, Yahushua is going to be covered in blood. Because of all
we already know from testimony that the 2/3 would rather save those Basras. They don't want to stomp on those grapes.
Yep. They're
Only
not
the
in that
elect
spirit.
are willing to help stomp those grapes.
Can I get this precept real quick? So you're talking about this, right? Matthew's 13 and 41 to 42. It says, "The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity." And 42 it says, "And shall cast them into a furnace of fire, and there shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth." See? And then game 43 it says, "Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father, who hath ears to hear, and let them hear." And what you said earlier, the 144,000 in the kingdom, they're gonna be good though, but the others are gonna be ashamed, because it says, "Who has ears to hear, let them hear," and that's gonna be the 144,000, the elect.
And they're going to be saved because they were crying to Yahweh Shema Shai. Let me get this real quick. Luke 18 and 7. "And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them?" Because is not he going to save the ones who are crying to him?
Yeah.
Especially when they know his name.
The ones who are, he's going to hear it. He's going to hear us calling. Like, oh shit, they're calling me.
Yeah.
They're calling the right name. And it says the ones that bear along with them.
So all the way into the end, though, you gotta have this truth in His Word all the way to the end.
Yeah, that's right. He that endureth to the end shall be saved.
Like, I got another precept. Can I get a Revelation 11 and 12? It says, "And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither, and they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, which is a chariot, and their enemies beheld them. See, so that's the the elect gonna get beamed up to that cloud.
Is that the rapture?
Yeah.
There ain't no rapture in the Bible.
Nope.
You know, you don't just ghost. You don't just float in the sky. You know.
Yeah.
There's no explanation for that. Oh, you're just gonna float in the sky and disappear.
You're gonna be floating with wings and shit.
Yeah, with some Edomite looking babies and shit.
You know. If you're going to the sky, there's got to be something in the sky that's gonna get you. You know. It's
gonna go out to the atmosphere and die.
You're just gonna go up to die though, right? You just got saved out of the destruction in the world, but you're gonna get ascended up to the sky just to die then.
You know? Damn.
Doesn't make fucking sense though, man.
That's right. Let me get this. Con.
Matthew 24 and 46. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. So we gotta be with him.
Yep.
Not many people are gonna be doing this. You know what we're doing. You know, because we're sacrificing our lives. We could be doing other things, but we want to be doing this. You know.
Yeah.
Because we understand the what's the word? The severity of this, you know.
Yeah. We know the destruction and the prophecies and the things that to come, but to come.
Yeah, we understand, you know, the evilness. I mean,
We see it.
Yeah. Let me get this. Colossians 3:12. Put on, therefore, as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved, bowels of mercies, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering. That's how the elect men. That's how they're gonna be. That's the characteristics they're gonna have. You know, they're gonna be holy, beloved, bowels of mercy, and this is only to each other. This is not to the whole world. You know.
Yeah.
We're gonna have mercy to the world. We're not gonna have kindness to the world. This is, you know, to us and our brothers, our true brothers. You know, put on therefore as the elect. And what you do, you put on the armor, the helmet, you get the sword. You know,
Exactly.
you got the sword, the shield. You know, there's a scripture that says that, but you'll have to get there. Brothers, got any other closing scriptures?
That was it.
That's it.
Yeah, so with that, you know, we hope it's edifying. We want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh.
Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us the truth of the Bible. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect scattered around the world. Shalom.
All right, shalom, bless. Shalom.
Shalom.